The 2026 World Cup will feature 104 matches, but the raw size of the tournament takes a backseat to the complex mathematical system determining how teams actually survive the first round. The field has expanded to 48 teams. To accommodate this, the group stage is organized into 12 separate groups of 4. In a traditional advancement setup, the top 2 teams from each of these 12 groups automatically qualify for the knockout stage. That leaves us with a pool of 24 advancing teams. But a perfectly balanced single elimination bracket requires exactly 32 slots. The tournament is exactly 8 teams short. To fill this deficit, FIFA created the 8 best third-place teams rule. A third-place finish in the group is no longer a guaranteed exit. It is a lifeline. This creates an immediate analytical problem. Officials have to rank third-place teams from entirely different groups, even though they never play a single match against each other. FIFA's solution is a 2-tiered ranking framework designed to sort teams that will never face one another on the field. The first tier operates inside an individual group. If 2 teams finish with the exact same points, the primary tiebreaker is their head-to-head result. A direct victory over your opponent dictates the ranking. The second tier compares third-place teams globally across the entire tournament. Because these teams haven't played each other, head-to-head records are irrelevant. At this stage, overall goal difference, the total goals scored minus total goals conceded across all matches, becomes the supreme metric. This setup creates a structural paradox. A team can suffer a narrow head-to-head loss and be punished with a third-place finish in their own group. Yet, if they score heavily in their other matches, they can easily advance to the knockout stage backed by a massive overall goal difference. A team's competition extends beyond the 11 opponents on the pitch. They are competing against the invisible metrics of third-place teams across the globe, altering the value of every single goal scored. Pulling 8 advancing teams out of 12 available third-place spots generates exactly 495 possible advancing combinations. To map these 495 permutations without creating immediate group rematches or travel chaos, FIFA published Annex C. This is a massive deterministic matrix that pre-calculates exactly where teams will travel based on which specific combination occurs. Because host nations are pre-allocated to specific groups, their travel paths are largely fixed. Canada, as the top seed in Group B, is mathematically tethered to match EV1. If they finish third and advance, the Annex C matrix routes them to San Francisco on July 1st, Canada Day. The United States faces a similar calendar lock. If they finish third in Group D, the bracket configurations place their round of 16 match in Philadelphia on July 4th. These holiday matches aren't coincidences. They are the result of pre-mapped seeding. Long before a single ball is kicked, these rigid mathematical formulas have pre-wired the physical travel paths and match locations for the entire tournament. In the 32-team era, inferior teams would often park the bus, playing heavily defensive football to secure a scoreless draw against group favorites. Because overall goals dictate the global ranking, a high-scoring defeat is now mathematically superior to a passive, low-scoring loss. Fighting back for a 2-1 defeat strongly improves a team's cross-group ranking compared to conceding a flat 2-0 loss. This forces elite teams to alter their rotation strategies. Coaches who have already secured qualification cannot safely rest their star players in the final match. Conceding sloppy goals lowers their global ranking, which can force them into a more difficult knockout path. Then there is the danger of fair play points. Because disciplinary records act as a cross-group tiebreaker, an undisciplined yellow card for time wasting can deduct the exact points a team needs to survive the group stage. To protect the integrity of the fair play tiebreaker, IHAV has introduced a ban on players covering their mouths while speaking to officials. Since a yellow card for dissent can now eliminate a team from the tournament, referees must be able to lip-read and penalize verbal abuse that would otherwise stay hidden. The intricate tiebreaker math ensures that until the final whistle of the group stage blows, every pass, goal, and foul dictates the survival of the entire 48-team field.